Welcome to the Usborne party, and thank you so much for coming. I just wanted to take a minute to share a few of our family's favorites. First off, we have some books that are great for those younger ones. We have this set of board books that are kind of small and handheld, and they have great information about colors and bedtime, and it's great for those babies who like to have those little small handheld things like all of my children did. And there's also this great book that we have for Kyle that we just have loved. That's Not My Monkey. There's a whole That's Not My series. There's even like That's Not My Unicorn. And you go through the book and you can touch and feel stuff and say, that's not my monkey. Its feet are too smooth. And keep turning the pages and different things to touch and feel until you get to the end and say, that's my monkey. Its tummy is so fluffy. And they love that repetitive nature of the book and they want to read it again and again. Another book we bought originally for our 2-year-old, but all of our children have loved it, has been the All Better book. And you clean it, kiss it, put a bandage on it, and we've even taken this to church, and it seems to be one of all of our children, and all the children that we've met love this book and just seem to really enjoy it. And you can put the different bandage on each boo-boo. One thing about this is if you have kids like my kids, they will take it and they will stick it to the furniture and the carpet. And if it gets to be not sticky anymore, don't worry. Just rinse it with some water and let it dry. And it should come right back to its original stickiness. And we've had to do that a couple of times actually, and it's been great. Then there's also this great book. If you have the little ones who don't like to sit still, and for instance, Kyle, unless it's about cars or machines, he'd rather just get up and go, or he wants to do it himself. And this big book series has the big machines. There's other books in the series. We actually give Kyle one of the toys that he has that would match it. We would get his tractor, and then he would get to show the page, hold on to his toy while he plays with the book. And it's been great with all these pictures, and it's so big, and that's really impressive to him too. It holds his attention. Another book that we love, it was recommended to us because it helps you get to know your kids, and I thought that was such a great idea. Like, what would your kids imagine to be? This is Just Imagine. There's also You Choose, and it has things in here like, would you like to be small? And you would choose like, oh, would you like to be small enough that an umbrella could be a mushroom for you, or that you could take a bath in a teacup. One of my kids' favorite pages is Would You Like to Be Magical? And it has different things or about maybe something that's not so good magic, or something that's like a fairy godmother makes things grow big, and they love that book. And it's funny how their answers change or why they chose what they chose. Some things, for instance, Ashlyn has one particular person in the book that she always chooses, and it seems to be what she would choose no matter what, and it's kind of interesting. Another thing that we've done in our family to promote reading and imagination is we don't do we don't do TV during the week. We can only do books or toys. And this one is one that we've done that the kids have all been really interested in. It's Weather and Climate. It's a See Inside. It's actually for that older age group. We have Peek Inside and Look Inside. See Inside's for the older group kids, and it has lots of information in it. And each page has all of these little fold outs, and we've read just the surface before, so you can go through the book quickly, or if it's our bedtime book for that week, we would read just one page entirely, every single pull out, every single piece of information, and then the next night they look forward to reading the next page. And that's been really cool to kind of have some continuity, some routine, and kids love routine. Some of the books that they have, Kane Miller and Usborne, are really about character and teaching children lessons, and I've really enjoyed that. This particular book, Tale of Two Beasts, is about a little girl who finds this animal in the forest, and she takes the animal home. And it was kind of about her perspective and her good intentions, but then you have the animal's perspective, and what he thought about being taken from the forest, and then and it tells the story again from that perspective. And it's kind of an interesting starting point for teaching my kids. Like, everybody has different sides to the same story sometimes, and kind of conflict resolution, so to speak. And then there's also Can I Join Your Club? It's another favorite in our home about inclusion, because we have 3, and 3 is not always the magic number about, well, two, you can't leave one person out, and someone seems to be always left out. So this Can I Join Your Club about, and you know, about how it can be hurtful not to have everyone, how much more fun it is to invite everyone into the little game. And this has been a great book for our family. We also, you know, I'm a nurse and I love my job, and so I absolutely had to have this book. This is a part of the Shine a Light books, and we have 3 of these books. We have one about space, we have one about the garden, but I just thought this was so neat. And you shine a light behind the page and you can see something, and it's super cool. I hope you can see this. But right there inside the ambulance, you can see some stuff. And the kids really love it, and they like to be able to hold the flashlight, and it's really kind of neat. Like I said, we also have Secrets of the Vegetable Garden, and I also have the space one, which was actually Secrets of Our Earth, was one of our favorite first books that we got with Usborne. Then also, there are these cool books right here. The Busy books. This is actually a pull-back one for those younger ones. And they just pull back on the little train that comes with it. But we also have the wind-up version. Behind me, I have the wind-up bus. And actually, with the bus book, the track comes out and lays out on the floor. That's the only one of these Busy books that does that. But you pull back, and the train, in this case, or the car, whatever you get, goes along the track, and it is super cool. And we take this to restaurants, and the children love them. And I thought at first, you know, they're only going to want this because of the little, you know, train that comes with it. They're not going to actually want to read it, but they do want to read the words, and they'll even say, oh, it went by the gorillas, whatever illustration they see at that time. Another one, these books make us laugh out loud, and that's the Muddle and Match series, and we have this one right here. And it's so cool. You open the book, and there's lots of alliteration, and you can kind of do all the same. Like it's all P's for princess right here, or you could kind of do some different mixes, and you can say Petulia, the pretty and pink princess, soars into the stormy skies to save the world from suspicious spaceships. And it's super interesting, and the kids love each of those, and they think it's super funny, especially when I get tongue-tied. And then this one, oh my goodness, this is one of our new favorites, and I had to tell you, I was laughing out loud too. I couldn't help myself. And it's I say ooh, you say ah, and here you go. And you just kind of get told to do different things. And so what are you doing? Are you frightened? So I say ooh, and then the kids go ah, and it says, oh no, he's running away. And there's even a part where it tells you to say underpants every time you see ants. So they're saying underpants, 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 and they think that's really funny, and it really was. Another kind of thing that we have is a Sleeping Beauty book. I think every princess needs a princess book, and my kids love it. And this one's beautiful, the illustrations inside, and they love sitting and reading this at bedtime. And this has the beautiful music from the ballet, and the kids just love it. They really do. You sit there and press the buttons, and I thought, you know, wow, this is such a great book when we got it, and it's really held our attention. And then another along those lines, a very interactive but musical book, and there's actually one with a keyboard. We have the drumming one, but there's different ones, and kind of, I actually was surprised at how much it actually taught you how to follow a rhythm, and then you would just do whatever it says to do. There's different little continuous rhythms. And by the end of this, my 8-year-old especially, she was kind of really getting into it on how to do the rhythms. And I thought that was really fun. So thank you so much for coming to our party. And I hope that you can find some favorites for your family. And if you need any help, just message me and I'll do what I can. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.